Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your host, sheilanfrancis, here to talk about Bachelor in Paradise, Season 9, Episode 2. I have Miss TJoy. How are you doing?
Hello.
What are your overall thoughts of the episode?
It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Bonfire. Ooh, bonfire.
New element to the show.
We were roasting everything but marshmallows. Okay.
And also here to talk about it is Mika. How are you doing today, Mika?
I am good. Happy Sunday, guys.
It's actually Thanksgiving in Canada this weekend. So, yes, a lot of Thanksgiving to everybody in Canada. Gobble, gobble, if that's what you do. I actually forgot about it until just this moment. So just get right into it. I have to say, overall, I'm enjoying this season of The Bachelor in Paradise. I tend to like it better than the regular Bachelor Bachelorette. It's a little bit lighter, a little more fun. And starting off with getting one of my favorite parts is their opening sequence, or like, you know, the little gimmick that they do in the beginning of the episode. So I wrote them all down and I wanted to like quickly see what we think of each person's intro. Okay. So we have Mercedes taking a sip while she's on a pool floaty. Does this tell you anything about Mercedes, or what do you think about this one?
No.
Exactly.
I might feel like she's a loner.
And she's not, because the women all were like, oh my God, she's so sweet. She deserves love. How could this happen to her? And I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe she was another party girl.
Well, but it's like they show her like living on a ranch and stuff like that. So like, yeah. I don't know, like I would have like have her kick her feet up and wearing cowboy boots or something. I don't know, something that was a little bit more about her. That's what I usually like about it, is if it's something they did on their previous show to remind me of like, oh yeah, that's that person, you know?
Yeah.
So this didn't really tell me much about her. So I agree. Should we do like a thumbs up, thumbs down? What should we do? What's a Bachelor in Paradise like thing that we could do? Okay, we'll see if I come up with something. We see Blake coming through the trees with his binoculars. How do we feel about this one?
That's Blake.
I like that one.
Okay, we'll give it a Bachelor in Paradise thumbs up. Brooklyn with her lasso.
That's Brooklyn.
It's very Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to take y'all word for it.
Because she does rodeo racing in real life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she might have done that gimmick when she came out of the limo. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I can't remember, but yeah, she does rodeo racing. Or whatever, that stuff that I've never done before or seen. We see Kylie dancing on the beach.
Doesn't tell us.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not a fan of Kylie.
I knew
they're propping her up to be Paradise Princess,
right?
And I don't like her.
We'll get to her. Greer is drinking some tea. That is very indicative of her season, because she has like a tea tattoo. She loves tea, and she didn't get the tea date. And so they were in London, and she thought that like, oh my God, we're in London. We're going to go and like, we're going to do like a tea tasting and do the tea sommelier or something.
I would be devastated, because that's literally me.
And so she didn't get the tea date. And I think she might have went home like the next day, like shortly after. And so she was very upset about not getting the tea date. And
I would be, Greer.
Because they did it on purpose.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh no, I would be so upset.
I didn't understand this one. Avon with sunscreen on a rock.
I don't like how they're portraying Avon. Like he's not dumb. He's actually a really sweet guy. Like I don't like how they're portraying him
as dumb as a rock.
Yeah, like I feel like that's what they're doing.
Oh, okay. I didn't get it. I'm just like, why is he rubbing sunscreen on his body?
Yeah,
like they're trying to say he's just a pretty face. Like,
yeah, like, and I don't feel like that's the case.
I mean, he's a really pretty face, though.
And he's now with Kylie, so I don't know. You know, I don't know.
So we see Kat spraying sunblock or sunscreen or something like that. I actually really like Kat. Well, we'll see if it changes in the next few episodes, but
Mhm.
I like her in this episode. Will just jumps and turns around. It's cheesy, but it didn't really do anything for me.
They should have had him do something with a jacket.
Yeah, jacket or the trophy. He was on. I don't know if you know who. You know who Pizza Peter is, right, Mika?
Yeah.
So he had the fight with Peter on this. Okay, you know that. So like
Yeah.
the fact that they just have him like jumping around, like they could have done something with like throwing the pizza or like if he threw the pizza in the pool, like that would be
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But
There's so much things they could have done with Will. It was dumb.
not good. Rachel shows that she has no ring, but she has a rose.
Like that's not
I
cute.
like Rachel. I don't know. I liked her, especially a lot of her ITM. She seems like very girl. She seems very sweet. Like I don't know. I like Rachel.
You can like her when she's not the Bachelorette. Like it's all the crying and complaining and whining. It's not like
insufferable.
Her in this situation is much better. It's much better. Her personality.
I mean,
there's a couple things that came out this episode that I was like, oh, there she is. I see her. I see her.
I think they're propping her up as well. It's just like ditzy or whatever. But I don't know.
Olivia just smiles to the camera. I thought they could have done more with Olivia. Like something.
Please, you're setting the woman up to be the villain. Either go full villain on her thing or do something quirky. And I love Olivia. She is my favorite.
I'm a fan. Aaron comes out of the water in a suit. Realnesss. Oh yeah, like he's in the pool and he comes out of the water in a suit. Is he a businessman?
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
A business entrepreneur like type, yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't get that. Eliza is kind of sitting on the rock looking like like propped up on a rock like a mermaid. She's just really pretty.
She is.
You didn't really have to do anything with her, in my opinion, but like she looks good.
Yeah. I think she's just supposed to be the pretty girl that people want. She always seems to end up in triangles.
But I think that's also how they're trying to portray her. Like she looks good, she looks pretty, but there's not really once you get,
who's Nate?
I think that's how they're trying to portray her and Eamon. Like it's like they're pretty, but there's not much there when you get into it, or I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know.
So Debu here is saying that Mercedes said she wanted to meet Nate. That would be a nice little couple.
Oh. I think, is he ever going to do anything Bachelor related again?
I don't know.
I highly doubt it.
Right.
And also I think he has a girlfriend, or at least one he might be hiding. But listen, I like Nate.
Me too.
I personally, people have problems with him. I don't feel like he did anything wrong except for maybe the way he broke up with her. Like, I don't like breaking up over the phone. Don't break up over the phone. Mm-hmm. Like, wait until you see each other the next time and have the conversation. Other than that, though, I feel like he gets shit on because, he was hanging out with Bachelor people and he's probably dating one of them. He is yet to still date the person that they're saying that
Who's the person?
It was Deanna. Deandra, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they would look cute together. Brandon is sitting cross-legged, meditating. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I also like Brandon. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What Brandon? Brandon.
Oh, Brayden.
Oh,
Brayden. Just a Brandon. I wrote down Brandon, but I meant Brayden.
Mm-hmm. I know who you meant.
We see Sam holding a pineapple. Okay. I guess that's
Does pineapple make you go to the bathroom?
I think Kamisha. Hi. Oh my God. I will get on a Big Brother recap one of these days. I'm in that chat and it just hasn't been lining up. But yes, I'm so happy to see you. Yes, we're talking about Bachelor in Paradise today. Yeah. So thanks for being here. We're just going through all the different intro packages for all the contestants this season. So we see Aaron playing the piano. Aaron B. How do you feel about Aaron B playing the piano?
And that's Aaron B.
Mm-hmm.
Again. I mean, it is him. That's true. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I might be bored.
But
Listen,
at least that's him. That's something about him, though.
yeah. I mean, that's his talent.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Davu's coming for you, Tamika. Must not have watched The Bachelorette if you like Rachel.
She
I
didn't.
must not
She
have
didn't.
because I like
She didn't.
Rachel.
Yay! Thanks, Kamisha. Oh, you're reviewing this one also? Okay, good. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, we didn't know. We just actually also did a recap and review of The Golden Bachelor on Tamika's channel right before this. So if you want to subscribe to Entertainment in Color and check that out. It's the earring guy for me annoying me again.
Brayden. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's annoying again, but I don't mind him. Some other people annoy me a lot more than Brayden. We see Jess blowing the sparkles. Very Jess. I really like Jess. I think she's really cute.
Oh, yes, Jess.
The Swiftie.
Yes, I do like Jess. She was with
Blake.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I need to see more, but I so far I like what I've seen.
Yeah, they're not showing them a whole lot.
No, they're not.
So
which tells me it's probably not long term, but
yeah,
we'll see. It could be. They're a good match. She is an Aquarius and and breaks a Leo, so that's a decent match. Definitely. Oh, and so same with that's the same combination as her and Zach. So and they did get along quite well until Zach decided that he wanted to get with somebody that I don't think that is as suited as Jess might have been, but we'll see how that goes. Sean turns around devilishly. You guess he's kind of devilish, but
and messy.
I don't see what Rachel's seeing in him. Because I feel like she's so much more sweet, and I just
Kamisha, I think that in my I should have her link in my description box if you want. Oh yeah, for this for this one, hold on, I can maybe do that. I'll do that in 1 second. And cat with the cat ears. You're not impressed, Tamika?
I still know nothing about this cat.
I know, me neither. What about Pilot Pete pretending he's an airplane?
Listen, he's leaning into the PP 2.0.
At least it's something about
they could have had Rachel do it too.
That's true. Other than her just being like, no ring. And then we see Jesse eating a big bite of a wrap or something. And he eats the wrap, and then he throws the leftover half of the wrap over to Wells, who catches it and bites the wrap also. Is this something? I didn't get it. Okay.
I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, he's a football player, but he's not that anymore, so I don't understand. Maybe have him interview a rock or something. I don't get it.
Whoops. A rock, I guess.
Or a pineapple.
Oh, right. So getting into this episode, actually, well, first of all, what was your favorite one about all these intros and your least favorite? And then we'll get into the episode.
Probably Realnesss with the suit makes sense. Yeah. I like Blake, so I think leading into his little African safari, this is good. On the girls, listen, Eliza, gorgeous girl. I don't know. A lot of the girls were just like, ew.
I wasn't impressed.
I mean, I like Jess because I like her and she blew the sparkles and she's very cute and she her whole thing was that she was always sparkly. So glitter. So I like Jess.
But I didn't know nothing about Kat's lasso rope tying competition. Brooklyn's rope tying mabobbers. So it was just like, huh?
Ooh, Kamisha, thank you. She just subbed. Awesome. Okay,
thank you, Kamisha.
So the door with Olivia is completely closed, and Will is feeling just giddy with Kylie. He feels like it must be like week 2, not just day 2. Like he is all in hard. What did you
Is
think
he a
about this?
Cancer or Pisces? What is?
He's a Leo.
He's a Leo. They're both Leos, him and Kylie.
No, Kylie's
Virgo. Sorry.
Virgo and
And him
Olivia's
and Olivia
a
are
Leo.
Leo. Sorry. Listen,
Why
I
is
loved
that
it,
so
all of
much?
this. I loved all of this because it was setting him up for a fall. Because every piece of bullshit that he said to Olivia the day before about day one, about how like he owed her nothing, he was just about to get that back in 2 seconds.
I know.
Yes, absolutely. And
One thing
like,
about them tables, they turn.
and the thing is, though, is that like he's been on the show. He knows what the show's all about. Like Olivia was clocking it like as immediately,
Hmm.
and he had no clue. And like he really was buying into what Kylie was selling, and I don't even think she was doing that great of a job selling it.
She wasn't. Like,
She was
what did
pretty.
I
She didn't
say
have to
during
do
their date?
anything.
There was nothing. She wasn't even, I could understand if she, like, with, at least with Olivia, and I know people are like, he didn't owe her nothing he still kissed her. Like, day one. Like, it was still some physical action that happened.
Hmm.
Even with Kylie, I feel like there was nothing initiated enough for him to be all in as we hear him later tell her. Like, ridiculous.
And so we
Baby.
see
He
Olivia
said he
right
was
there
falling
talking
in
to.
love.
Say
He
again.
was falling in love with that girl, he said.
No, he was falling in like obsession of an
Pretty
idea.
pretty woman likes me potentially, and so I'm going to say I'm in love with her to see if she will stay with me. Because some pretty women, that's all they need to hear in order to be like, oh yeah, he's the one.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was just kind of like delusional about like the fact that she was really into him. And
Hmm.
like she was saying, all the right things and being like, yeah, you're such a good guy and you're so this. But I was noticing through the entire episode that Kylie, to me, the way that she speaks doesn't seem genuine to me.
At all.
It's not.
It's kind of like she talks like this to make herself seem pretty, and like I can't. Sorry, I have no voice right now, so I can't speak that high. But it's like she doesn't speak from the bottom of her voice to
Hmm.
make me feel like she is being genuine. It
Yes.
seems like she's putting on being cute. Everything is upturned at the end, so like it's like she doesn't have an opinion about anything.
Right.
Um, I feel like she is. I don't know who the true Kylie is at all.
At all.
I
I
don't
don't
know who
know if
she
her
is.
personality. I don't even know if she really likes Avon.
She
I
likes
don't.
the idea of Avon for
She likes
sure.
the idea of Avon. I like
She
nothing,
thinks her and
nothing.
Avon look pretty together.
Which
Absolutely.
nice, which great, but I'm not feeling it.
Well, I might be feeling, but we'll get there. So Olivia's talking about Will being a placeholder, and she's telling this to Sam, and she's just like, "Well, you know what? Like, we know that Avon's coming on this beach. She's like, I want to go on a date with Avon," and I'm like, I like the fact that she's just like knows what's going to happen, and she's like, she's going to get in there, and it would be great karma. I
It
would say
would. It would.
delicious. And you know what happens next?
Avon comes on the beach.
Avon comes down on the beach. Of course he does. And Jesse's talking about like whatever happened after the final rose, and they don't really get into what happened. But did they go on a date? Did they date at all? Like, he
Why
asked her
doesn't
out.
he say? I didn't understand that. He was like, yeah, because the last time people saw you, you were asking Rachel, escorting her off the stage and all of that stuff. And he's like, yeah, but that didn't work out. He never says what happened.
So Dabu here is saying that Kai is a pageant queen, hence how she speaks.
I don't
There's
feel
some
that's
pageant queens that still like
no.
Hannah Brown is a
Yeah.
pageant queen.
Yeah.
Taylor is a pageant queen.
Taylor Hale from B. No, there's so many. If you actually follow pageant queens, they are not. They are very genuine in their speech.
Desi,
90% of it. Are there some pageant queens who are very like fake voiced, fake, not as down to earth? Absolutely. If you're saying she's one of those, but I don't want to say that her being a pageant queen is the reason why she speaks like that, because I absolutely, that's not my experience in observing pageant queens for as long as I have, and in meeting some of them face to face. Bailey from Big Brother was a pageant queen. There's so many, like so many people. Even Destiny from Love Island, she was a pageant queen. So was Imani. There's so many of these women that were Azah did pageants.
Yeah.
So I can see like the trope though that we're talking about here with like I that makes a little more sense. So like having curated answers maybe. And maybe the women that we've been talking about are able to give their answers a little bit more honestly and truthfully.
Genuinely,
exactly. So maybe they're just like better at it, but
it gotta be.
but yeah. Kylie, I don't know. I don't trust. She seems fake to me. And even on Zach's season, I found that she got into this fight thing and I wasn't actually on her side. And people were on her side. I'm like, no, she's being manipulative, I think. She kind of made like a big thing happen, and then someone said something. Oh, it was about Miss TJ. You can remind me how this went down, but wasn't it that I can't remember who it was, but saying that she like, oh, after this, you might get like 50,000 social media subscribers. Was that was that the fight that she was in? And then that girl interrupted her on the date or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a nothing burger of like a confrontation, but Kylie made herself kind of the victim in it. And like, I was just like, to not be able to see the situation for what it actually was, it made me side eye Miss Kylie.
Yeah.
From that point
I mean,
forward,
even Susie, Clayton Susie, who was both a pageant queen and also a Disney princess, does not do this. She does not do this.
Yeah. Well, Kylie's disingenuous. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I feel I follow Susie. You know, I don't follow a lot of non-people of color from this show, and I like Susie. I think she's very genuine.
So Avon gets a date card, and when he comes down to the beach, Kylie is freaking out. She's going to vomit. She's nervous. Their meeting was mediocre. It was just like, hey, like, why is this meeting so awkward?
Because people communicate through hearts and fire emojis and don't know how to communicate and open their mouth and actually have an intelligent conversation. And see, again, this is leading into they're trying to say he doesn't have substance. Like, he's a handsome face, and you know, it's just.
I think they communicated before the show, and I think they were trying to act like they didn't communicate as much as they did. I think the fire emojis were public, and whatever other communications, a la a Brendan and Sari, had been done behind. And so that's what I got from the Oculus. That's what I got from the automatic kissing on the boat. The way that you go from awkward to just full on making out within a couple of hours. I think there was already something there.
But if you have been obsessing and liking every picture for months and months, and now you finally get the chance to meet this person and they looking good, and that's what they do on Bachelor in Paradise is make out, it's nothing really abnormal about that. I mean, Will didn't even communicate with Olivia. He was already tonguing her down after 3 hours. I mean, that's just what they do.
So Debu's reminding me of the situation, so I did kind of have it correct, but that Anastasia worked in marketing, and Kylie was saying that she's here for IG followers, and she told Zach that, was it Zach? Yeah. Zach that, and then like Zach then was like not happy with her, and then I think Anastasia interrupted a date with Kylie, and Kylie was playing victim, and then someone was saying that like, oh, she was saying that she was going to come for me. Anyways, Kylie is one of those people that says, I don't like drama. I'm not here for drama. And she's always in it. You know what the type of girl is, right? Not here for the drama.
I'm not here for the drama.
Debbie says, feels like the goal is for Kylie and Avon to be this season's Brandon, Serene, or Joe and Serena.
Okay. I can see that. The only thing, okay, we'll get there, and I'll tell you what my thoughts.
Tamika's like, okay.
So Dick Kerr says, get ready to make some waves. And even right away is like asking Kylie if she wants to go chat. And they talk about how like there's a bit of like hype like for like all this pressure to meet, and Will, when he sees them walk away, is nervous. And she explains to him though that she did go on a date with Will, and so Avon knows a bit of the situation. And then Avon pulls Olivia, and she kind of rats out Kylie.
She did it in such a sly way though, because she was just like, yeah, I think it's just Will and Olivia that are like, booed up. Diet. I'm dying.
Dabu has some more tea here for us. So Kylie's saying that she was in San Diego a few months back, but you didn't meet up with Avon. I call bullcrap.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just felt like the awkward on camera.
Like fake, just be like, oh, I never seen you before.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, like, I have to say, like, I didn't know that they went to San Diego. She went to San Diego. And I didn't realize that he's from there. But, like, I agree. Because, like, if I was going to, like I did, to New York or New Jersey, we immediately met up. Right? So if there's somebody that, like, I've been interacting with on social media and I was going to be in their city, I would be meeting up with them. Whether I've met them in person or not before, we're from the same franchise. Yeah. Like, if I'm in any city with any of Robin's Podcast people, I would message them up if I've never met them before and would meet up. So you are correct here that they definitely have met up before. You're right. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You're right. Check. So Avon chooses Kylie for the date, and Olivia's a little bit hurt because she really thought that maybe she had a chance here with Avon and Will.
They did have a really good conversation, I will say.
Yeah. So
I thought so too. So I get her being slightly like, damn, I didn't get it.
And did we get a red herring from the preview, or maybe it's something down the road? Because I thought he does choose Olivia.
I thought so too. So I thought that he initially was going to choose Olivia and then end up back with Kylie. But listen, at the end of this episode, Olivia makes it kind of clear where she's headed with this, and I want to watch it. So
she might be the star of the season so far, anyways.
Yeah.
So Kylie does do the mature thing and talks to Will before the date. And while that happened, Avon decides to interrupt. It's like, okay, are you ready? Like, producers, just stay out of it a little bit. Like, I want to see these conversations a little bit. Yes, I know you want to send Avon in there to make it extra awkward, but like, can you give me 2 minutes so I can see what Kylie has to say before this date? It's 2 minutes.
So annoying. So
Avon and Kylie are immediately holding hands, walking off to the beach. Okay. We see in ITMs Kylie praying for this relationship, something to work. When they get so they're having like a boat date. And we love a boat date. It's usually like a super date on Love Island. Having some champagne.
I was just on a yacht last month, and I tell you, listen, all white party. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing like being on like just a yacht with a bunch of people. Yeah,
food and drink is really fun.
Yeah, it is.
Dancing on a yacht is really fun.
Had a great time.
So they're on a yacht, but Mr. Avon, this shows all their ages, doesn't know how to open a bottle of champagne. Okay, he can't open the bottle of champagne.
It's one thing to not have the tools to open up a bottle of wine. It's another thing where you can't pop a cork.
He breaks the cork, and then he uses a corkscrew meant for wine bottles to open it. I think that she got a mini ick from it. Not gonna lie.
She was turned off. She was a little turned off because it's like a man's man. You can't even pop a bottle of champagne. She was like, "You want me to do it?" He was like, "No." I was like, and I'm thinking, girl, he does not want you to do, because if you do it, then that's really gonna be bad. So I was just like,
he's struggling.
Like, put your back into it, Avon. All those damn muscles. Are you kidding me?
Now
again, they're trying to say
He's just a pretty face. But okay, I open bottles of champagne all the time, and there are some bottles that are really, really
Hard.
difficult to open.
Maybe
And
they gave him one of those on purpose.
yeah, so like there's like so it's one like type of wine called Lambrusco that we get, and it's the brand is Opera, and Lambrusco is a sparkling red wine, so it's corked like a champagne bottle, and some of these bottles like I can't get it off. So this is like okay, this is like a funny little secret between me and my best friend. There's this chef that is refined to be really cute,
Mm-hmm.
and so he'll get the bottle and like we'll give it to him to open, and he's like. We're just like thinking this is like, oh, so that's maybe what they wanted from Abe and him to be like,
Give him a little. Like I said, put your back into it,
So yeah, maybe they just want him that moment because it can look highly sexual when done right.
Pick the wrong guy.
Pick the wrong guy. He was being taken way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mary. So, here you're like, you don't, it doesn't mean that you don't watch this mess. You'd rather Love Island. Do you know what, though? This mess is pretty good this season so far.
Yeah.
But I find it to be more enjoyable when you know the characters. So if you don't watch The Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise in general, it might not be enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for being here, Mary. We know we love you. You know we love you here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
So finally, Avon gets the damn cork out, and they're able to have some champagne. Back at the beach, we see Will hoping that she just gets some clarity. And he's saying this to both Aarons, that, you know, he's just kind of sad and commiserating, and just hope that she gets what she's looking for. And
She gonna get what she's looking for.
Yeah,
all right.
Clarity. And Aaron S. thinks that he's like a deflated balloon, and he's calling him Mopey Dick. It's true.
What was it? Somebody was like that he was sad Will all day, and I was like, that is sad that everybody had to say that.
It's like,
he's just moping around.
But like the thing is though too, that with a person like Kylie, in my opinion, sad Will would even more so
turn her off. Turn her off.
It's a turn off that side. Like, it's great to be really interested in someone and show that you are interested in them, but moping around and being sad is not big deal.
Yeah, she's not a Mercedes. She's not gonna hold you while you crying.
Do you think Mercedes? Do you actually think Mercedes? Okay, we're gonna get there. Go ahead.
We'll get there. So apparently Avon came down to the beach wanting to meet her, and she's so happy that she's there, and she wanted him to be the bachelor, so she's been chasing this man. So this kind of like has a little bit of a Claire energy to it. I'm wondering, you know, she's planned their life out together. She wanted him to be a bachelor, comes on the show, but like it wasn't him. Now she gets to finally meet him here, maybe for the first time or the 10th. I don't know. But she wanted him to be the next bachelor, not Zach. And then they end up kissing. And I mean, I gotta say, Avon looks like a really good kisser.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be into kissing him. Mika, you don't agree?
Avon?
Mm-hmm.
He has lovely lips.
Mm-hmm.
He's very kissable.
Yeah.
And like he seemed, you're right. They did kiss. I was saying like, ooh, good kiss, but like maybe it's a familiar kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they.
That's what I'm saying. There was no like to go from an awkward, and I know they want to make it seem like. I just feel like what we saw, and I know they cut out a lot. It was awkward conversation. Him trying to open this bottle of champagne, which was like, and then like them kissing. And the kiss was the best part of it, like the most comfortable part of it. And to me, nothing led to that type of kissing.
Right. Like you didn't see the crescendo. This is the type of kiss. Like, yeah. It was too good of a kiss for them to this be their first kiss.
Correct.
I agree. You're right. I just was like, oh, this is a good kiss, but you're right. Like this is a familiar kiss.
Yeah.
They think they're sly. Hopefully they get caught like
Brandon
and
Piper.
Piper.
Yeah, which I think they're broken up.
Oh, really? I like them together.
Yeah. Not supposedly she put a TikTok out and that she's like trying to get over her last relationship, but it could be, I mean, it could be a prior relationship, but they haven't been seen together in a long while. She's been hanging with the girls. I always said when that went down, she was going to get to this point if they're not together, because she was much younger. I don't feel like he was exactly kind to her in some of the parts that we saw on Bachelor in Paradise, that like he treated her like a youngin, in my opinion.
Fair.
And
But
I feel like that's what
2 years though.
they were. That's what I'm saying. So but they were also long distance. So
yeah, that's true.
So Dabu's saying that Kylie said she's moving to San Diego. Is this now? Or was this before?
who, Kylie?
Yeah.
When they were talking, she said something like, because she had been out to San Diego and she was thinking about she could move there. She was saying that in the conversation.
She said that to Braden too. Right? Didn't she? When she had like a chat with Braden last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was also one of the reasons why he was like, oh, I'm into Kylie. But I was like, there's nothing there, dude.
Mary here is saying if they put the older women from Bed to Death Bachelor with the young bucks, I would watch.
What? What show is that?
What's Bed to Death?
I don't know.
Is that actually something, or are you making a joke? I'm not sure.
Are you talking about the Golden Batch? I hope she's not talking about the Golden Batch.
I hope not.
Because I don't think that's funny.
So wait, I love this. Okay, so I thought that Jess was really cute with her swear word conversation with with Blake. What do you think they were saying? Do you guys have any idea of their swear words? So they bleeped it out.
But I think it was some F-bombs.
I like them together.
Yeah.
Definitely. We see Kat and Braden doing an underwater kiss, and like it's kind of awkward. I mean, it seems like Kat likes the goofy, fun relationship she has with Braden, and I like them together. Like she seems to be able to be herself, and like Braden just enjoys it. And vice versa. Say again?
We waiting on Tanner though, boo.
Well, you know what? Braden is an Aries. She's a Gemini. Tanner is a Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. So she's going to be sadly sorry that she's going to like Braden better, and she's probably going to slag him off. Just saying. We'll see.
Keeps happening.
We'll see. Aaron B has been hanging out with Eliza all day, and Mercedes is a little bit like upset, understandably, because they had just kissed the night before, and then now Eliza's here, and he spent the whole day with her and not with Mercedes. So why can
I point something out? Notice how sympathetic all the women are to Mercedes than they are to Olivia in the same exact situation.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just why they're team Mercedes and not team Olivia. Is it because it's Kylie? Why is Kylie the it girl? Sorry, she's very boring to me.
No, Kylie is manipulative. Kylie is very manipulative.
Oh, maybe with what they tell the women about like the situation,
how she spends it and stuff.
Yeah, I just found it funny that all these people are like, oh my god, well, like we have to tell Eliza, like kind of like, oh well, she's infringing on Mercedes' man, like, but wasn't that also a day one situation?
But I don't think they were telling her like she was infringing. I think they wanted to tell her because they knew that she didn't want to be in another triangle.
That's what Rachel said, but I'm not talking about Rachel. I'm talking about, because Rachel's friends with Eliza. I'm talking about some of the other girls. It didn't sound like they were
more
trying
to Mercedes' situation and not to Olivia's, when it was very similar.
Yeah.
And we could even say that Will and her had a better connection than her and Aaron. We could say that potentially.
Right.
I know they had like a big kiss. They both did. both on day 1 or 2, and
Right.
both of them, their people found a connection seemingly with somebody else without telling them really about it.
Right.
Um,
And spent the entire day, the next day, with
and about
said
it.
person. Yeah.
Exactly.
We didn't even see the kiss with Mercedes and
At
Aaron,
all.
right? No, we didn't even see the
They
kiss.
showed it in a clip back, and I was like, "Did I
Yeah.
miss that?"
They
And that's
flashed it back.
now you're telling me that. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I didn't see that," because I was like, "Oh,
But
I
I
wish
think
they were."
I think that was on purpose. Because again, I think that they're trying to set Olivia up, because I'm only putting this out because I see a lot of people giving Olivia hate comments and saying, see, oh, this is why he's with Mercedes. I don't feel like it's fair. Olivia did, in my opinion, had very valid feelings. So did Mercedes here. I felt like Mercedes had very valid feelings as well. I feel like the difference was that I feel like Aaron B was a little more upfront with
Yeah.
Eliza about his situation with Mercedes, even though I think in his head it also was a Will situation where he's like, yeah, I don't want to be with her, I want to be with you.
Right.
I definitely think that the producers want to make Olivia the bad gal,
Yes.
and Mercedes. I think that the Mercedes, they don't know if they can rely on her to be in that role, so
Mm-mm.
like they're not pushing it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think the producers are doing Olivia a little bit dirty here
Sure.
and setting up things
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Davu's saying something that's interesting. So Olivia went home day 1, so not sure if there's much of a relationship with the other women. So that's a possibility as well. Is that like
Okay, so
Mercedes has
that
a
makes
better
sense, because
friendship?
that's also my theory as well. That I feel like maybe she doesn't have as much connections, which makes sense then, because that's what I was getting from some of these conversations. That, and even later, the way things were being pushed with Will and Mercedes, and now I have people in comments I see talking about, oh, Mercedes and Will are going to be the Joe and Serena of this season. I'm like, based on
Not at all.
how, where?
Not at all. They have no personality. To be honest, to me, like maybe
Because
maybe we'll
she's
change.
comforting him while he's crying. Why is he crying so much?
No, we're gonna get there.
So Aaron B does tell Eliza that he had a kiss with Mercedes, and Eliza is shook because the only thing that she wanted was to be one track minded, one relationship, no
Yes.
triangles, all energy into one connection. She didn't want to be involved in mess, and now she's involved in mess, and so she goes and she tells the girls, and she starts to cry, and she brings up her last triangle. How are we feeling for Eliza here?
Don't
I
come to
feel
paradise.
empathy for her. I feel empathy for her.
Oh no, I do feel empathy for her, but I also feel like don't come to paradise then. Like, because I feel like I don't like, even with Avon, if you watch one of his pre-interviews, he said he doesn't want to be in a triangle. He ended up in a triangle. He might be ending up in a multiple triangles, because that's paradise, because you're gonna consistently get your connection tested. So I can't like I need and I love her. She's my fellow Taurus girl. I need Eliza to be a lot more decisive, and then you'll be okay through these situations.
Absolutely. If
Absolutely.
she, like, I don't know. I get it that it was hard on her last
It
season.
was.
She made some wrong decisions, and she never ended up getting the guy in the
And
end.
she got a lot of hate for it
Yes.
after the show. I think that's
Yes.
also a piece that people are missing. Just like
Yes.
people are hating on Olivia. These people were in her comments sending her
Comments.
death
Beating
threats
her up.
and bullshit like that over Rodney, who finds the person for him after this that he's very happy with. So why? Why do that?
Yeah, I mean, Bachelor Nation fans are wild sometimes, but so I understand like that wasn't a great experience for her last season, and it could have been handled better on her end, and so she's probably worried that she would get herself in another similar situation in case she's unable to handle it appropriately. And so I get that fear, but like, then just tell him like, hey, I don't want to be involved in this love triangle, so we're cutting this off. Like, I don't want to be a part of it.
Right.
Decide that. instead of just crying about it, and
And
then
that's what I'm saying. Be more decisive. Like, if you don't want to be in a love triangle, say to him, I'm going to have to. I love Eliza.
she's very cute.
She
Mhm.
is. She seems very sweet. And I think that's also
Yeah.
when you are not, and I will say this for myself, there was very long time, probably around her age, saying no and hurting people's feelings and going for what I want was the hardest thing for me to do. It's not necessarily in my nature to view my wants and needs before others. And so I get it. But
Mhm.
what I have since learned, being 43, is you have to. Like, you must. Because
Right.
nobody in the situation will be happy. And above all, your happiness, if you're not happy, it doesn't matter if anybody else is happy or not because you're unhappy. So that's why I'm saying she needs to be more decisive. So, yes, it sucks. But just like you said, Chantel, she has to be like, listen, dude, I already just said I don't want to be in this triangle. So you want her? You or we're gonna figure this out. If so, like if you want to go back and forth,
No,
that's
thank you.
fine. I might have to be out of this.
100%.
Right.
Just take yourself out of it, and he'll probably chase you for it.
Right.
So Eliza does go and talk to Aaron, and he definitely says that he likes both of them. But in his ITMs, he talk about there's something about Eliza. Now, I do think that he likes Eliza. I think that she is beautiful, absolutely, and same with Mercedes. But do you think that maybe the reason why he's leaning towards Eliza could be the fact that she's more of the it girl? She is way more popular. She's been on a season before. People really, as much as people maybe were mad with her in the Rodney situation, a lot of people were really supporting her and really liked her. And Mercedes is pretty unknown. Do you think that there might be an element of clout chasing here with his decision making?
Or
Right,
the
it's
kid
so early, so
sucks.
early. Hmm?
It could be, or it could be he has a preference. Does he have a preference with a look? Like it
I,
I
could
mean, there
be
could
I,
that.
be, or maybe darker skinned women, maybe.
Yeah, I
uh,
don't know. That could be
I
his
mean, both
preference.
women are beautiful. So I mean, it's also possible that he has a preference. Listen, like you like dark skin, you like dark skin, right? But
Right. I
I
don't
I
know.
I I said maybe the kiss was terrible.
Oh. It didn't. I mean, it didn't. It wouldn't be the type of kiss that I would like. It might have been
Hmm.
too intense
Hmm.
for a first kiss. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, like maybe he just didn't feel anything. Like maybe him talking to Eliza and having
Or
conversation all day
potential.
with Eliza is making him feel more than one kiss with Mercedes. It happens. It happens.
Right. And he could have
Everything.
also seen pictures of Eliza on social media, thinking already in his mind she's beautiful. And then he gets there, he might not have seen Mercedes like that. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
you see
I'm trying to
somebody
remember
you
who's
think
in the
they're
San Diego
beautiful.
crew because would he have heard bad things about Eliza? Possibly.
I don't remember. So wait.
And the other Aaron,
Like yeah, the Aaron
Darren
Clancy.
Clancy.
Um,
Mm.
the guy. What's his name? That
I'm
was
trying to think if
on his
anybody
tippy
else.
toes. What's his name?
Mm.
Aries on the tippy toes in the picture.
Oh,
I can't remember right now.
yeah.
Dabu says everything Aaron B does annoys her. Would you guys
Oh,
agree?
it doesn't annoy me here. And again, I went through the same thing with Brandon where he annoyed me on his season, and then he came to Paradise, and like I. I don't have a problem with someone being earnest in love and wanting it and seeking it on a guy's side, but I needed to be reciprocated by the woman. And so I just felt like there was a point in Charity season where we could just tell he wasn't the one. And so him keep coming, trying to make it happen was just, and at this point, we're like, damn, even the person that we wanted her with, which was Xavier, he's out the window. We want her with Dalton. And like, you're messing this up. You know what I mean? And so that annoyed me, but with this it doesn't necessarily annoy me, but I will say that I will always kind of be skeptical with him just a little bit, just a little.
Why are you always?
because he's friends with Aaron Clancy.
Oh, right.
And Aaron
um,
Clancy has come on Bachelor in Paradise twice and wasted people's time.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So Eunice says wants to know if we find Aaron cute. I think he's an attractive man.
Yeah.
My grievance with him is I don't like his chest tattoos.
Oh.
And like in his ITM, he's always shirtless.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they look good. And so I just every time I see him in his ITMs, I'm like, why are they not let him put on a shirt? Like I don't like these tattoos. So
Right. You
that's
feel about the tattoos how I feel about the earrings. It just annoys you. Some things just annoy you.
yeah, I don't like the tattoos. So
I
that's
mean,
what bothers
I
me.
think he's handsome enough. I would date him. Like it
Ooh.
like I would date his features with no problem. Like no problem.
Eunice just thinks that
Why do you
Eliza
think
might be
that?
using him. Go on.
Eliza?
Why would you think that, Eunice? I want
You
to
said he had a
Yeah,
know.
I
roast.
need
Was he on the
explanations on
beach?
that one.
A roast on the beach. We don't know yet who Eliza may have come to the beach for.
True, but I don't even know if she had to come to the beach for anybody because at
She
that
was
point,
the
um,
famous one too.
yeah, she literally could have the men come to her. Like again, nobody knows Charity's men coming onto the season, so it's like you're just there to see who you gravitate and hope that you actually come out the Joan and Serena, or even the at this point because they don't know that Brendan and Serene break up, like the Brendan and Serene of the season,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
or even Thomas and Becca. Like you just walk off, and Noah and Abigail, you just walk off of Paradise. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Taboo does not have any grace for Eliza here, saying, "Oh Lord, Eliza, how are you triggered so easily? Roddy and Justin was a year ago. Emotional maturity is down. Thumbs
Yeah,
Ooh.
but
down.
she was still getting hate up until that point that she went to
That's true.
Paradise.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
that's true.
Yeah.
The hate didn't stop a year ago. The hate
Yeah.
continued on. Very true. Where am I? So Olivia needs to find more options. She is going to snap. And I'm like, I want to see you snap. I'm sorry, Olivia, but you're here for my entertainment. And then Hannah Brown shows up and she gets a date card from Jesse and she talks about Jesse, like how he's so good to see her and all this. And I'm like, Jesse, you weren't even around for her season, but like, why are you pretending like you've met her before and you like
Right.
helped her find love or not love or whatever? But Hurricane Hannah is going to be here now. Is she Hurricane Hannah? Like, I didn't know that she
Well,
had
why
this
are the
moniker.
girls so scared of her? I mean, the girls are petrified. If she's here, I might as well just pack up and go home. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't compete with her. The bachelor, a former bachelorette. We already had Rachel. Now we have her. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Look at the guys. They're looking at her. I mean, the
Meanwhile,
girls
Rachel's with Sean. Like,
Well,
why y'all worried?
that's what I was saying. I was like, that Rachel, when she saw Hannah Brown, she's like, cause like she's supposed to be the only
Right.
bachelorette on the beach, and like Hannah Brown is considered, like what Jess said, like the Taylor Swift of like the bachelorettes, and so she's very, very adored by definitely this demographic of contestants. And so I did feel that Rachel felt less than in the presence of Hannah Brown, and she's like,
Do y'all feel that way about her? Like,
I was not a fan. I didn't want her to be the bachelorette. Sorry, Hannah. Um
I watched this entire segment. I was like, why is she here? And I
and
didn't watch her season. I have no problem against Hannah, but I was just like, I don't really think she's bringing anything to this segment. They could have literally sent Serena and had her do this.
I would have preferred that.
yeah, she has too nice of a good girl personality to be acting like she fishing for tea. They had to get somebody who
Serena?
that's married to Joe.
Yeah,
They
no.
want them to have a
Serena
really
hosts
sweet
their
clean.
bachelor podcast and she's always asking for tea. They could have sent Serena.
But they like for them to just have this good couple image.
I
don't
think they
know.
wanted to scare them into thinking that Hannah
That's
Brown
what I'm
was there,
saying, which is
right?
why I'm saying they could have kept this. The guys were
And
like, "Oh my god, I could date Hannah Brown." Like every time she would pull, they were like, "Oh my god, oh my god," and I'm just like, "You're not dating Hannah Brown, guys. This is
and
ridiculous."
she's not the it girl for me
Right?
personally. And just because she's coming onto the beach and she's such a hot commodity is why I'm making this comment. But I didn't care for her dress.
No, it was very plain.
Oh no, it was terrible.
I was like, it was just like a little like sheath dress that was like pastel colors and like I think it was floral maybe, and
it was
just
blue with like a mustard and brown in it, and it looked very it was very mute. And I see she took them shoes off before she came on that beach.
I noticed that as well.
Because I was like, when I saw her, I'm like, baby, you walking on the beach with them? No, ma'am.
Okay, Taboo here says San Diego has the 3 Aarons: Braden, Pilot Pete, Logan, Avon, Tyler. That's a lot of duds. Yes, a lot of duds. So Eunice here thinks that Blake was really wanted Hannah. That he was. I didn't notice. Was he licking his lips too much when he met Hannah? Did you see this?
I did. I was the entire thing. I was sitting there just like, why are we doing this? Like y'all could have kept this. Like that I wasn't paying. That I wasn't even really paying attention. Except for they did look starved to be able to date her.
Right? I mean, maybe it's just like because they're all just clout chasing and she has like 3 million followers. Maybe. So Eunice says they need to meet Michaela from the challenge to this beach.
Michaela B?
Braithwaite.
Michaela? Yeah. That's on the season of the challenge right now. The challenge.
I love Michaela. Don't get me wrong, but I'm confused at this
comment.
Maybe to get the tea out of people.
This is not her crowd.
Okay,
and if they want people to be like, why is she here?
Listen, her fight with Michelle, I died laughing. I absolutely died laughing.
Oh my god, with Michelle, like Michelle just buckles. She just buckles.
I love Michaela.
See, Taboo agrees with me. Rachel didn't look happy to see another Bachelorette. Not at all.
Did not.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, so I wrote that Rachel seemed jealous of Hannah. And see, Hannah even remembered Jess. She's like, "Oh my god, Jess with the sparkles!" And so I thought that was good for Jess because I think it made Jess appear to be someone that Hannah likes.
Remember, she does say she watches the show. She said not as much.
She said she didn't know everybody though.
Yeah, because she told. When did she say this? I think she did an interview with somebody, Charity, and she said she did watch the show, and she said Charity was her favorite Bachelorette. Actually,
nice.
Yeah.
So why are all these people freaking out over Hannah Brown as if she's Beyonce? You're all Z-listers. Calm down, Kat. Yeah, Kat was freaking out that like Hannah's gonna be taking Braden from her and like
take him. I would be shoving him.
Thank you.
Oh boy, Rachel needs to go back to Clayton.
I don't wish that on her, Eunice. Come on.
Listen, I'm not even saying that Clayton's a bad guy, but absolutely no.
How much did I want the paternity test to be correct? I did. I'm sorry. That's toxic me coming out. Okay, so Hannah pulls Will and Blake for a trap. Well, she introduced herself first, then pulls Blake and Will for a chat. Then she pulls Aaron S and Braden for a chat, and like it was kind of surface level chats, just like who you're talking to, how you feel about each of these people, and kind of getting information as to like whether they're open to other people or they're hoping that other people will be there, how they feel in their current couplings.
Mm-hmm.
So then Hannah leaves a date card, and it says that they were going to meet her at the bonfire. So what do you think about this bonfire? What did you think this bonfire was going to be?
Not what it was.
I knew she was going to be exposing people at this bonfire.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a roast for sure. Like of some sort. I was like, she's too excited. Hurricane Hannah, so excited to come to the beach, like being coy about everything. I know that she's in a relationship. Didn't she just get engaged? Like,
yeah.
There's no way that I was going to believe that she was there to be dating these men that are 5 years younger than her.
Right.
After she's been the Bachelorette. No. So Sean doesn't think that the bonfire sounds fun. So at the bonfire, we see like everybody's all dressed up and like it's kind of coming like, I guess it's like what's it called? Love Island. How
Mm-hmm.
like everybody comes around the
Fire pit.
bonfire and like the fire pit,
Fire
and
pit.
like
Okay.
they're dressed up and like like shit's gonna go down. So kind of,
Mhm.
I think they're trying to take this feel from it. They're stealing from Love Island,
Oh,
Yeah.
they're absolutely still.
right?
Yeah,
Like
you can see it.
bonfire, fire pit.
They get Casa last season.
Do you think they'll do Costa again this season?
I don't know. They didn't really work out that well this season.
Hmm. So wait, Zebu's also just commenting on Hannah here, like popular, not for me, but in popularity wise, Hannah is up there with JoJo. Yeah, definitely. JoJo would be way too big to come on the show, I think, in this capacity. But like they would host state maybe.
Mm.
So yeah, Will of course is nervous, and then we see that Hannah comes down, and everybody else changed their outfits. Why didn't Hannah change her outfit?
Well, also
But
it
she
looked like
doesn't care.
Kylie and Avon didn't change their outfits either because they
Well,
came
they
down
came-
wearing.
Well,
They
they
came
came from the
straight from the
date.
date.
Remember, they
Yeah.
came in late. They came in late.
So yeah, they came straight from their date. So like I understood why they were wearing the same thing. And so Hannah regretted in her season that she didn't get to the truth sooner. And so she's going to help facilitate everybody getting the answers that they need about their relationships and what they're doing on the beach. Now, I do like this, right? To a certain extent. I do think it was bringing some tea and some drama, but I feel like they should have maybe done it a little bit later. Does it matter now? Because now anything that's said and be like, well, like it's day 2. Like, I was going to say like someone else might
Of course, I'm waiting for Tanner. Of course, I'm waiting for such and such because that is what I came to the paradise to do. Can you fault me? No.
And in like 4 days, though, like maybe they'd be a little bit more invested, and then it would probably cause a little bit more problems.
Are you still waiting for Tanner after everything that we've been through?
Exactly. These 4 days.
Right.
So I kind of wrote them down. We'll see if I can read my writing here. So she starts asking everybody some questions, and she asked Kat, who would you like to have connected with in paradise? And so she says Pilot Peter. Is this surprising to either of you?
I don't know.
He said she was hot.
Smoke show or bombshell, one of those two. She asked Brooklyn, who would you want to kiss? She also says Peter. Ooh, since when's Peter a hot commodity? /
nobody
only
had his
guy
rose.
left.
Right.
That's not.
Yeah, nobody had its rose. But meanwhile, they were sitting on palapas all day doing shit. So I don't understand.
So Sean is asked, how confident in you and how are you feeling about your current connection? And is there anyone else that you might be interested in? So he's feeling fine about his current connection. They're in the early days, like they're taking it one day at a time, whatever. But he was always interested in Jess. Ooh. Blake is asked about his connection that he's currently in with Jess. And whether or not he's open or not. And he says not with anybody currently on the beach, but who knows, maybe. And I mean, I think Blake remembers that he's on a show and he kind of has to give this answer, but I did feel bad for Jess because I think that Jess actually really likes him and thinks that they have something going on. And so the fact that he might be open to other people, I felt bad for Jess.
Yeah.
I know it's only day 2, but like, I think that she felt that there was a little bit more of a connection.
Blake's waiting for another bachelorette.
You think? Who do you think he's waiting for?
I don't know.
Is there any bachelorettes?
He was keeping his options open for another. One kind of bride came down, and he was like, "Wait, I could have potentially get another bachelor."
Wait, so Debu's saying here that Hannah is basically a rat from producers. Get info so they know who to send down, a la Tanner. I mean,
okay. Yeah. Okay. But this is also why I feel like all good things, match them up 1 for 1 the first week. This is why Love Island works. Let them all be striving for connections. So when you do stuff like this, because this is why it worked. Will was very into Kylie after day 1. Mercedes very into Aaron day 1 because they were already being matched up, and it fizzled out after day 1. And you set down people for them that they switch to. It doesn't work when you're sitting there you're sending out 4 people at once. Like even
Right.
Love Island doesn't do that. They don't send out 4 people at once at any ceremony unless it's a double dumping.
Yeah, they definitely don't make it uneven like this so that people have to get roses. Like they allow people to have connections that get broken.
Right.
Which is
Not just
better.
seeing people chase men. It's so annoying.
It's so gross.
So other cat with a K, one is asked if like the connection could last, and then Brayden is asked if there's any other connections, and he's like, right now he's just one track minded. I was like, okay, Brayden, you seem like really into Kat. He's not really interested in anybody else. This is the right answer, Brayden. And then we hear that she's into maybe Tyler or Tanner maybe. And Tyler, I don't know if he's a Cancer or if he's a Leo, because I feel like on Bachelor horoscopes it says he's a Cancer, but on Wiki it says he's born August 21st, which is Leo.
Tyler Norris, right?
Yeah. If he's a Taurus, if he's a Leo, that's better for Kat. Obviously, she's a Gemini, so that would work really well. But if he's a Cancer, also not going to work.
He was on there last season, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
I remember
the
he was
baby
cute.
face one, and then
yeah, he was very cute, and he was with that older woman. I was like, that's not gonna work.
Older woman?
Forget what's her name. The British one? Was it the British one or the Australian one? Was she the one that liked him?
He was with Shanae, and then Shanae really liked him, and then who came in and tried to get him? I can't. Miss TJoy, remind me. Or Dabu.
Okay. So she, when they were in the Casa part, he ended up. Shanae really wanted him. Remember, she had a fit because the other girl got him, and he liked her. The one that was with
He has no pictures from Paradise last season.
What's his name? I thought he lived in San Diego too. He's black. Oh my gosh. He has an accent as though he's not originally from here, but he is. What is his name?
I need more. Just remind me of something about this person.
She was with him. She was with the black guy, and she thought that they had a connection. When they went to Casa, she then started liking Tyler, and she took him from Shanae. Remember the whole jacuzzi thing? And then Shanae was in the room having a whole fit about it and getting upset, and she was mad, and Genevieve, she was telling
shadows.
Genevieve,
I just see shadows. I can't remember.
She was telling Genevieve, how dare she? And she's supposed to be with
Andre.
Not Andre. What's his name?
No, not Leroy.
Andre is
black guy.
What's his name?
His name was.
But he couldn't commit to her because he was still hung up off the fact that the girl left the beach.
Olu. No,
not Olu.
The girl left the beach like day 2, and he liked her a lot. Like when Rodney first came, he was looking at dating this girl. What is her name? And he liked her.
Yes, got it. I got it.
And they were about to be in a triangle, and she packed her stuff and left.
Teddy.
Teddy is her name. What is his name? The other guy. It was about to be a triangle between
Andrew.
You weren't okay. I did not know you were going for Andrew because Andrew wasn't at the Paradise side of things. So I was like trying to think who was on at the Casa Moore side. So that's what I was trying to picture because that's what I'm like. Olu.
No, that's who the girl was with. She was with Andrew before they went to Casa, and then she.
It's Oh God, what's her name?
Remember, she was with Andrew, and then she started liking Tyler because at first she was content.
Yes.
Like
I'm with
Andrew, Andrew, and then she's
the Aquarius, and she's Aquarius. She's brunette. She was from Chicago. They were slut shaming her on her season with Anna Redmond.
Brittany.
Is it Brittany?
It's Brittany.
Okay.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yep, it's Brittany.
Brittany and Andrew. Yes, I remember that now.
Yes.
I do remember Brittany and Tyler. Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on a journey.
Yes, we did.
But then
Sorry.
she dumped him. Didn't she dump him?
Probably.
Yeah.
She dumped Tyler. Yes, he was heartbroken. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we got there eventually.
Tyler is one of her people that she wants to meet.
Uh-huh.
And then there asked Aaron B, are you interested in multiple women? He said no, only interested in Eliza. Kylie is asked about the best kiss, and she says Avon. Obviously, it's going to break Willie's little heart here. Avon is asked if there's a love connection here. He says yeah. Is there someone else? Maybe. He does say Olivia here.
He did.
Avon has been on the show before. he knows what the producers want from him.
Yep.
Exactly what they want
Kylie
from
did
him.
not like that.
Not at all.
She was like,
right.
Lizzie is like, game on, Kylie.
Olivia had this sly grin, like, I knew it. I knew
Olivia's
it. I got
like,
a chance.
Who would you send? Who would you send home? And she's like, Kylie.
Kylie. I mean, what other answer was she supposed to say? Because Kylie messed up her connection with Will.
Yeah.
Kylie. Avon just said that if Kylie wasn't there, he would have took her on the date. What else was she supposed to say?
I agree. So Will's happy ending, like how would he feel like it was a successful paradise trip, and it was leaving engaged. But Will is still hopeful. Oh, poor Will. Poor Will. Okay, so the bonfire aftermath. Everybody's kind of just like in their couples talking. We see Sean and Rachel talking. They're worried. Sean is worried for Brayden that Tanner is going to come. Does Sean hate Brayden or no?
I was confused because when we started last week's episode, he was upset that Brayden walked out on the beach. Yeah. Now he's worried about Brayden's
Tanner
feelings.
Thank you. I didn't understand that.
Me neither.
It was like, this is where the producers like not showing things, because it's like if they mended something, okay. Mm-hmm. Like if they apologized to each other, but the last we saw, they still couldn't stand each other. But now he's being protective of Brayden's feelings, and it's like, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Maybe he's projecting because he's worried that Rachel's gonna find someone and kick him to the curb. Like maybe he's just projecting.
Oh, that's actually possible.
I don't know, because I was like, you don't even like the guy. Like, what do you care?
Right?
Weren't you happy about this?
It was so confusing.
But him and Tanner were on that 2-on-1. Does he not like Tanner?
Oh, maybe. But like, still though, he doesn't like Brayden. So
yeah, but does he not like Tanner more than he doesn't like Brayden? I don't know.
But he won that. Didn't he stay over Tanner?
Well, remember she didn't pick either one on that date, and then she later like sent him.
She kept Sean, I think.
She kept.
No, she didn't. She kept both of them, and they were supposed to go
later on though. Did Sean stayed longer?
No, because he never. He went to her room. Was like, you have to tell me because you can't meet my parents. You tell me now. And Charity is like, okay, we're here. So
right.
Bye.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm remembering all this now. So Tyler really can't read the room. She ghosted him and went to Europe.
I forgot about that. On social media. Remember, she went talk to him, blocked him from her social media. He was trying to call her mom to talk to her. Remember? It was like a whole thing.
I forgot.
But I never, I was like, I don't know if this is going.
I agreed. I wasn't feeling the two of them together at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Will pulls Kylie, and he talks about I think she said that there was a spark with her and Avon, and it was just more than what they had shared the night before. And then you see in Will's ITM that it sucks to be rejected by the person that you're falling in love with.
Girl, when he said that, I was like, Will, please. It's been 3 days. Please. Like,
This was my face the entire time he ITM. He's crying, and I'm like, and then I typed on Twitter, I just want to know, am I supposed to feel bad for Will right now? That karma sat there and came at his door like it should have.
Like, not crying. Like, not
I mean, you could have been upset with like the music, that sad music that they're playing for him.
No sympathy. I said it from last week. You don't treat people the way he treated Olivia. And I'm not even talking about the fact that he went on a date with Kylie. I'm not talking about a date that the fact that he was interested in a different connection. I'm talking about the way he talked to her and the way that he treated her about her feelings.
Yes.
After having a physical encounter with her. I don't feel like it was fair. And literally, we see the same exact situation happening to him, and he feels it hurts. This is not fair. How do you think Olivia felt?
Exactly. Absolutely. And you were just offering to suck her toes with saying in it.
But also though, like the fact that like he can't see that he just did the exact same thing to Olivia,
right?
And like you know, and Kylie, I didn't think that she was that great about like, you're such a great man and and like I just seemed so false to me. Like I didn't know that I just
like she's trying to be happy that he's kissing Mercedes. Oh, they're just, I'm so happy for. She's just fake.
Yeah. So Kylie does tell Avon, and so Avon does say at one point, so do you have any more karma coming? And then they get splashed in the face with water from the beach, and her face was like, just pissed. I mean, I hope that's indicative for more karma.
I was sitting there like, this is about, I don't know if this is the season of karma or what, but this is what I'm watching. That's what I'm seeing.
Karma. Olivia is just gloating. She's just like, and you saw that I did that. You saw that I called that. Right? And like the producers and editors, they did give a replay of all the times that she stated loudly that this is exactly what was going to happen. And she's just like, yep.
Somebody was in her comments the other day talking about, how dare you talk about that karma's coming for somebody? That is not nice. You're not supposed to say that. I'm like, yeah, the fuck you are.
Says who? Says who?
That's the kinetic energy that you put out to people and situations will, I believe it highly, it will always come back to you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like what you're sending out is an equal vibration is going to be coming back to you like a boomerang. And so if we're going to call it karma, we call it karma. We call it law of attraction, we call it law of attraction. But if you're going to put out some energy, that energy is always going to come back and bite you. So, yeah. I mean, even called it, have some karma coming, and like karma, like you couldn't, unless the producer sat there and like threw water in her face. Like, that was like, that was karma coming. Like,
because we all know that she used Will for his rose, thinking Avon might not come until the next turn.
Yeah.
And stole him from Olivia because she knew she could.
Mm-hmm. And it's also like, I don't like that, like, mixed black girl, like, fighting thing that's like that's kind of going on between them, which is kind of annoying. But
yeah.
And it's still happening because, like, we're bringing in Mercedes, who seems to be mixed race as well.
Exactly.
All right, so we get to the cocktail party and Jesse arrives and talks that there's like 8 men and 11 women. Again, I think that the men should have been chasing the women the first time around. Exactly. Like I know you did, Tamika. I just like, why haven't the producers realized that, like, can we just not have the women begging for mediocre men? Right. It's just so boring. They're so mediocre.
I hate it.
It's ridiculous.
Like Pilot Pete.
2.0. Just
four women.
4 people gotta be chasing after him for a rose.
4 women are throwing themselves at him, and he's like non.
Even women that worked on themselves at him. He's like, well, maybe I can get her. Last minute.
And he's talking about maturity, like maturity.
Oh my gosh. So Mercedes is pulling Will for a chat, and he starts tearing up with all the nice things that she's saying about him, and his grandmother's name is Mercedes, and he breaks down from feeling chosen. I mean, I'm not trying to say that men shouldn't cry. If you feel it,
no, I'm not either.
But it was just a bit much for the moment.
It was.
Like,
it was.
Even it's been 2 days, maybe 3 with Kylie. You weren't falling in love. It was maybe infatuation, but like it wasn't love at this point. It wasn't tear worthy, in my opinion. Maybe the fact that he was wrong about her, and the fact that Olivia, someone he probably did have a better connection with if he actually looked deep inside, that he kind of
realized he screwed himself. Yeah.
Shafted her for somebody that duped him.
Right.
Maybe that's the tears. Because I think
that he feels stupid that he made the wrong move. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
And then I do understand feeling good about feeling chosen. And maybe because he's just down about the decision that he made that ultimately screwed him over, and maybe he's going to end up going home next time around because he doesn't have a connection and he cut things off completely with Olivia. So maybe
that's why you don't do that.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Anyways,
the one that got me was when he said to Mercedes, "It was
always been you. It should have always been Mercedes." What?
Where did that come from? Because when was he talking to her? It should have always been you. When was he talking to her?
See, this makes me feel as though Will does not know how to have a real connection, and he's just
but he wants one so bad. He just wants to be engaged and get married. He just wants to find his person, and he was willing to latch on whoever it is, like whoever he just wants it.
If he just had stuck with Olivia, they could have ended up being maybe the it couple.
Yep.
Like, can you imagine if he had stuck with Olivia, and then like, let's say Avon had come in and like she was like, "Oh, I like you, Avon, but I have a connection with Will. I'm gonna focus on." He would have really been chosen.
Yep.
She really liked him.
He doesn't. I don't know. Anyway. I also feel with the Mercedes thing, I kind of feel how to say this? I'm skeptical.
I mean, I think that she's playing him for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not
she's friends with Kylie. She's really good friends with Kylie.
And so Kylie's probably like, you can just like, if you want a rose,
go take him.
Just get him. Like, just tell him that you think he's nice and you choose him. And so they kiss, and then Kylie is in her ITM and she can see them kiss and she's reacting to this. We've never really seen that before, have we?
Right.
No. Because they're trying to make Kylie this, oh, see, guys, like I really wanted him to find love. It's just that I found my own happiness first. And I'm just so happy for them. They're two, what she kept saying over and over again, because they're trying to make Olivia the bad guy here. They're two great people who deserve love with each other. They're two great. So see, look, I like great people like me. I'm great. That means Olivia's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not falling for it. Sorry.
No, it's pretty transparent, in my opinion. So Pilot Pete is chatting with Greer, and then with Kat, and then with Brooklyn, and then even with Olivia. And Pete actually decides that he wants to talk to Sam.
So random.
Sam, who's like has a thing going with Realnesss, but like she's really nobody knows who she is. She wasn't on a full episode of a season. Like the most I know about her is from the previews of her like digestion problems. Like I don't know anything, and like I don't like her boobs are too hard and harsh for me. Like I just want like I don't know. Anyways, like I was just like staring at her chest here. It just looks so harsh. You know what I mean though? when
Yes,
like you're very
I
skinny
do.
and you have like this like these
No,
big
I do.
boobs,
I do.
and it just
Mhm.
looks so harsh.
So do after this conversation and everything that transpired with him and Aaron, do we agree with the SP that these men were
Yes, I
putting?
mean, I feel like more things are gonna happen. Like I
Yeah,
feel like it's just gonna become a common theme of
yeah,
like how annoying he is because
Right.
he goes up to try to talk to Sam and Sam is having a conversation with Aaron, and he's like talking about his feelings and like whatever, and then he starts she's like, oh, give us a minute, I just want to finish this conversation. So he
Right.
starts dancing behind them, and
Right.
like so like Aaron just like can't really have like a conversation because he's like, what's happening behind me, like.
Right.
And then so she finally goes and have a conversation with him. And I was like, I don't think Sam likes him at all. Like, not even like
She
a
doesn't. She
she
doesn't.
did
But
it. It
why are
was
you
so weird because
talking
she
about?
was just like, why am I talking to you? Like, do I have to talk to you?
and then he asks questions about her and Aaron.
And then talking about maturity, but you were just dancing behind somebody's back and coming up. You're the immature one. Like, what are we talking about here?
Oh boy. Dabu is making a statement here that I have to agree with. Mercedes is gonna drop Will next episode. He ain't getting a rose.
I'm telling
I
you.
mean, unless Mercedes doesn't have any suitors, um, or someone that she's interested in, but Will dropped the rose. He dropped the
He
ball.
did. He did drop the ball. I feel like he screwed himself out of the actual potential for this
Experience
season.
for the season. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I absolutely what Deborah is saying is what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is going to happen.
100%.
It might not happen this set. Like it might happen in the next two rose ceremonies. Meaning, she might give it to him this time. He give it to her the next time. But if somebody come down that beach, she's
Mm-hmm.
dropping him.
Dropping them.
Mm-hmm. Or like even like they could get to the end, maybe nobody else comes down and like
Hmm.
the jig is up and she's like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm not actually into
I'm
this.
not into you.
I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry.
Right.
I don't want to get married. I don't want this. Yeah,
I don't
I can
want
see.
this with you. I can see that.
I can see
He's
it.
her ticket to
He's
stay
really
longer in
gonna
this
try
show,
me.
and if she doesn't get anybody, I don't see her falling for him
No.
in a real sort of way. Will, you're really setting yourself up to have a really embarrassing heartbreak, I feel. So
Over
Aaron,
Kylie.
no, Aaron is pissed though, and I would be too, but like how he was getting pissed, I found unattractive
Yeah, no.
personally.
But he did the same thing on charity season. I didn't like it.
I don't remember exactly, but I don't,
Hmm.
I don't, I'm not vibing with him, to be
Me
honest.
neither.
So then Aaron goes and grabs Pete from Olivia to have a conversation with him, and like it's like this whole macho, let's talk man to man. I was like, like okay. I don't like this macho man to man thing. Like I get it, but like how Aaron was doing it was like, if you don't want to do this, we're gonna go to fists.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a fan. But we do get to the rose ceremony, and everything is pretty irregular. So Brayden chooses Kat, Blake chooses Jess, Aaron B chooses Eliza, Will chooses Mercedes, Sean chooses Rachel, Avon chooses Kylie, Aaron S chooses Sam, Pete chooses Olivia. And I said, I mean, I love Olivia, so she's
Yeah.
I'm fine with her staying, but I think it's to keep in the drama. Like,
Yeah.
what's the career
Also,
of
they
Brooklyn?
had the better conversation that was shown. So there's also that. Because his conversation with Brooklyn was, "You're gorgeous." His conversation with Kat, "You're pretty. You're my type." It's like or vice versa. I can't even remember. And then his
And
conversation
Greer.
with Olivia was actual personality in it. And I was like, yeah, so he should pick Olivia, and then they see what happens. Personally,
Debbie says friends also part of the San Diego crew. Friends with Katie. Which Katie? Katie's living in San Diego now. Is that where she moved
she
to with
yeah
John?
she moved there with John, remember? And then he moved
Everybody's
out
in San
and was living in
Diego.
his car or something.
Pardon? Miss
Everybody's in
TJoy?
San Diego.
Yeah. Not me. All right. What did I write here though? Oh, the outro was about the beetle. It was funny. It was
Mhm.
cute. I mean, they're kind of gross, but I don't think I'd be freaking out that much. But that is pretty much it for this episode. Okay, we did it in less than an hour and a half. Yeah, we'll
Mhm.
get getting faster.
Yay.
We don't have to do the intros anymore. So yeah, get it down to an hour and 10 next time. Anything that we didn't talk about that you would like to?
No, that like pretty much those were my observation. I'm reading the comments and seeing tweets, and I'm just like, are we all watching the same show? Like, sometimes I'm not sure about Bachelor Nation if they
I
be
know,
watching
when
the same
people's opinions are so different, you're like,
what are you
wow, we're
watching?
watching the same show and we see things totally different.
show.
Yeah.
Totally differently. One thing I wanted to write here is Dabu is saying that Ava needs to learn from Rachel's mistake. Don't go all in on Kylie when you don't know her surface level. Yeah. I mean, they could vibe though if she's a Virgo and he's a Scorpio. Like that's a pretty good combo.
Mm-hmm.
So it might actually be there. But I think you're right though. I do think that they had something going on before the season and they're just having a vacation together in paradise.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to be the it girl couple at the end. I do not think they'll get married.
No.
And yeah, Debbie thought Greer would have thrived in paradise. Well, she could have, but they didn't allow her the opportunity to.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only one I felt bad for, personally.
Yeah. So
because I do think she genuinely maybe likes Pilot Pete, but I don't think he liked. Again, their conversation wasn't like super. Woo! So much connection. I do think producers are probably like, yeah. So if you are not really into Kat and Brooklyn and Greer, just pick Olivia.
Exactly. If it doesn't matter, just pick Olivia. And he went out first episode, so he wants some TV
He wants time. Yeah.
you got caught, Taboo, with the eye roll.
No,
I'm so mad. Like, I actually have to watch her season, but only because there's this guy on there from another show that I used to watch.
At Boy Island?
Yes. So Vince from the one that got away, the Asian guy, the really cute Asian guy, is going to be on the season, and I was like, dang, I gotta support my guy Vince. I love him. He's not an F boy. He hopefully will find love. And then I'm gonna support the black lead, Hallie. She seems very I like her Instagram when I started following her. I'm definitely I'll probably be hate watching Katie. Not that I hate, but can't stand.
Can't stand watch. Yeah, I saw like a preview and I'm just like, really, producers, do we need this?
I saw it and was like, not doing it.
I don't like the show enough to suffer through it. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like there's a lot of TV on right now.
A lot of TV.
There's a lot. I'm so behind. Like I haven't watched Traders yet. Traders Canada.
Haven't either.
I haven't watched Traders Canada yet. I was in New York. Come on, give me.
Yeah, that's right.
I've had to catch up on Big Brother and stuff like that, and like you know what I mean. Things that like I have to talk about immediately for sure. And so like I'm just getting caught up with this week, but still, you know.
Anybody watching BB UK? It premieres in about an hour.
I saw the house. It looks so dope.
Yeah.
I like BB UK, so I probably will. I'll probably watch it. Is it on 5 days a week?
I think so. Monday to Friday. And then Saturday is like live feed.
Oh.
They have live feed too?
Yeah. But I think theirs is going to be like the digital daily ones that they did for Canada, where it's like edited. It's not 24/7, but could be wrong.
All right. Well, what do you guys have going on that we need to share with the people?
For me, speaking of Traders Canada, Janelle Michaud and I will be recapping that this Tuesday, episode 1 and 2. I was in New York for last Tuesday, so I couldn't do episode 1 with her, but we're just gonna do both episodes this coming Tuesday, and it'll be Tuesdays, hopefully going forward. And then we're also recapping Big Brother, which, you know, we try to get in when we can, schedule depending. We just caught up on about 4 weeks of the show between traveling and school starting for the kids and all that stuff. But go watch it. It was fun. And then here doing Bachelor Nation with you guys, and I will be doing a cast assessment for Love Island Games coming up this week. I need to shift through all the information that I have, really get a good sense of how they are staging this new show, rebooted kind of thing. But I'm excited for the cast. The cast looks fun. So I'm excited to talk about it. So if you do not follow me at Entertainment in Color on YouTube and on all socials. And I'll be putting out that cast assessment, and I'm over tweeting Love is Blind, Big Brother, whatever I decide to put in my brain for the day on Twitter and Instagram. So come join me.
Sounds good, Mrs. TJoy. Anything going on?
Nothing other than reviewing the shows that I'm reviewing with you all, and I'm trying to just catch up on other shows. It's so much good stuff to watch, and it's so little time. And I have to go through 4 streaming services and cable and DVR, and it's like so.
I haven't even started any scripted stuff because Loki came out, uploaded. Season 3 is coming out. I didn't even get to watch season 2. Magnolia, Sweet Magnolia, I think it is. It's, I think like 4th or 5th season is about to come out or already came out. I gotta watch lots of scripted things.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into those. There's 2 new shows like Found and Irrational.
I haven't even seen Barbie yet. Okay,
I haven't seen that either.
It's streaming, so you gotta go watch that. Yeah. Oh man, lots of good TV.
Well, thank you both for being here. I think that making this a Sunday early afternoon Bachelor Nation morning or time or date, whatever you want to call it. I'm enjoying it. So I think we will be continuing this on Sundays, noon and 1 p.m. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let us know if you think that Kylie's actually going to be the it girl, or do you think the producers are setting her up to fall? Because Avon does still have Rachel there. Rachel could have a little bit of a hold still on Avon. You never know. Rachel, we do see in the preview, is going to be running with Tyler. So, you know, Avon might have somebody that he also has his eye on, that it looks like he's willing to play ball with the producers. So maybe they're setting her up to take a nice little tumble to get her karma for real. Anyways, let us know what you think of this second episode, and we'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.